This is no longer a coincidence. This cannot be explained by claiming that last year was just an exceptional year in the NFL, so ratings were naturally supposed to decline. This is now a trend. We're not just talking about ratings declines compared to last year. The NFL is seeing its lowest ratings for the playoffs since 2021, which I'm pretty sure was the COVID year. That was the year that the playoffs were played in sparsely filled stadiums. Instead of playing in front of 70,000, the NFL was playing in front of 70. Aunt Fauci, he wanted to keep everyone safe. So people were kept 6 rows apart from each other. It robbed the great one, Drew Brees, of giving a proper goodbye to the city of New Orleans. Me personally, I will never forgive the NFL for doing that. The Superdome should have been sold out in 2021 when Drew Brees played his final game against Tom Brady and the Bucs. Of the 10 playoff games so far this year, 8 of them have seen massive declines, with most of them seeing multi-year declines. Chiefs Texans on ABC, 32.7 million. This was the most watched game in ESPN's history. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it was also the least watched game of the weekend. There were regular season games in the NFL this season that drew more than Chiefs Texans. Rams Eagles Sunday afternoon on NBC, 37.8 million, down almost 3 million viewers. Ravens Bills on CBS, 42.2 million, down 16%. Now obviously, these numbers are still great. I promise you, the networks, they're not complaining about it. But this continues an alarming trend in the NFL, where not even the so-called draws are able to stop the declines. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you happen to stumble upon this video, be sure to check out my main channel, Behind the Line. Link to the main channel's in the description below. More than likely, there are numerous reasons for the NFL's ratings decline. I think one of the reasons that we are seeing these declines, a sizable portion of the fan base, they're only watching their local team. Ratings for the regular season were down 2%, but the only reason the decline was that minimal is because local ratings carried the league this season. One of the things that made the NFL so unique, it never mattered who was playing, people were still going to watch. In the NBA, most fans are going to watch their local team or their team, and that's it. If you're a fan of the Detroit Pistons, the only time you're going to watch the insufferable Oklahoma City Thunder is the 2 times a year that the Pistons are playing them. Maybe you watch a handful of games throughout the season featuring LeBron James. Maybe you watch a couple of games with the Knicks or maybe the Celtics, but for the most part, casual fans in the NBA, they're only watching their team. Same thing with Major League Baseball. I would assume that it's the same with the NHL. In the NFL, it's never mattered. They could put 2 turds like the Jags and the Browns on Thursday Night Football. People were still going to watch. But this past season, that seems to have changed. Throughout the regular season, we consistently saw nationally televised games decline while ratings for local broadcasts performed. Obviously, one of the reasons for that decline is the quality of play throughout the league. But I also think that the NFL has watered down their product. By having games damn near every day of the week, it's taken away some of the league's mystique. NFL Red Zone was absolutely atrocious this season. The witching hour, which used to be the most exciting hour of the week, the witching hour turned into nap time. Red Zone was often given a shitty slate of games because the league spread the big matchups throughout the week. Had games on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's just too much. It doesn't make sense. Why would you take one of your competitive advantages and eliminate it yourself? Maybe I'm a traditionalist, but I don't want to watch a single NFL game on Friday. For me, one of the things that made the NFL special was betting on all the games on Sunday and watching Red Zone as they all came down to the wire. It was like a 7-hour adrenaline rush. That rush is gone. There just didn't seem to be anything special about the regular season, and that sentiment has carried over into the playoffs. I thought the divisional round on the field was the best weekend in the NFL all season, but it still didn't feel the same. It felt different. And I know the kids in the comment section are going to say, "Shut up, old timer. You're just complaining to complain." You know, it amazes me how people in their teens and 20s think they know everything when they haven't lived long enough to know a damn thing. And that's not an insult, because I was the same way in my 20s, but you know, you guys were in diapers when the NFL was at its peak. You were still drinking mommy's milk. You don't understand how great this league used to be. Like I told you guys the other day, I don't know if the NFL will ever go back to what it was. The NFL my generation grew up watching, I think that league is dead. Hopefully, this next generation of quarterbacks will step up. There are some great quarterbacks in the league right now. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. We'll see if CJ Stroud and Jaden Daniels can reach that elite level. I like Joe Burrow, but so far, they have not been able to match the greatness of the generation that came before them. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the main channel.